Robynn Antone is with me right now. She is the go-to expert marketing coach. And if you've ever thought about getting a book done, circle the word done because that's what she helps people do. How is that, Robynn?
That's great. Thank you. Thank you.
A pleasure. So I want people to know what you help them accomplish because you're the get it done person. And that wasn't in your intro, but anyway.
Yeah, I mean, that's the whole thing, right? So many small business owners have this in their head that they want to write a book. They always think, oh, I want to write a book. I want to write a book. But you get so caught up in your everyday business and doing what you need to do to make money that you don't set aside the time to do what you need to do. So I've put together a program, and it's called 3 Days to Thrive, How to Write an Ebook in 3 Days or Less. And it's really focused on how do you take what you do and become the go-to expert in something. Like you can try to be the go-to expert in everything in your field, but typically what I suggest is people find one specific thing they like to do. And in my case, I'm a writer. I love to write and I love to do marketing and promotion. So this kind of all tied together with everything that I've ever done in my life and in my career. I've been in marketing for 20 years. Started out as a writer and kind of worked my way through the system and ended up as a marketing coach. So I take a look at, or I have people take a look at what it is they love to do the most in their business. And let's make you the expert at that. And in order to do that, let's get a book written. And it doesn't have to be a 100-page book. It can be a 5 to 10-page book on how to do X. And you get that out there in the market and people come to you as the expert in that part of your industry, in your business.
And that is key, by the way, because I've gone through the book writing process. This is the reason why we're even recording this, because right. I said it was so painful. And one of the things you said, which is what you just said, which is that you love to do this. So you either have a process that people can go through in 3 days or less, they can go through it. But the very fact, and then you also have a version people can get a hold of you and you can do it for them.
I help them
the
do it.
piece
Yes.
about it being short, I didn't even think a 5-page ebook would be a book, but why? Of course it would be.
Totally. It's you can call it a book, you can call it an ebook, right? We do an ebook as my plan with you is you will have a digital product to sell. So for example, I had my own marketing agency for 20 years and I worked hour per hour, right? People would hire me, I would get on retainer, I would be paid by the hour, but I never had a product to sell. And so I didn't get myself out there as an online marketer, which I was doing it for everybody else. I was getting them out there online and helping them sell and promote and make millions of dollars, but I didn't for myself. And I finally sat down and wrote this book. It took me a day to write it. And I laid out all of the steps on how to write an ebook in 3 days or less. So your first day you spend researching, getting your outline together, thinking about what you're going to write about, what you want to become the expert in your field. And then the second day you write the book. And the third day we put it all together and how do you get it out there digitally? And at the same time, you can also print this book. So you can call it a book, you can call it an ebook. But the focus of an ebook is typically solving one challenge. Like I said, figure out what is it you want to be the expert in and solve that one challenge for somebody, and let's get a book written.
That's amazing. And for business owners, small business owners, not necessarily small, it could be any size.
Right, exactly.
Even better than a business card. And if people can get through it, I mean, I know I said, 5 pages. Oh, we got excited about 5 pages. And I imagine when people start, even 20 pages is very consumable in a short amount of time.
That's the key, right? People don't have time to sit down and read a 300-page book. Now they will if it's good and it has a lot of good information. And I'm not disregarding somebody writing a book. That's amazing.
And that's an option too, right?
And you could even actually set up your series of ebooks that turns into your traditional printed book, right? So, and like I said, you can print an ebook as well. But as far as like having a hardcover book, you could write 10 ebooks that then pull together as your actual book. So there's a lot that you can do with it.
I like the idea of the series even. I know people need to get the first one done, but I like the idea of the series of,
yes.
It kind of takes the pressure off of, but I have all this stuff that I need to tell people, but I like the focus that you gave it on, we need to help people solve this one thing. They may have other problems and then they should come to you for those problems, right?
Exactly. 100%. Like in my case, I'm helping small business, I say small business owners, entrepreneurs, coaches. I mean, there's a ton of coaches, a lot of marketing agencies out there that could benefit from writing a book and having it out there. And let's say you're a marketing agency that focuses on SEO. Well, then do an ebook on SEO, on the 5 challenges of SEO, and solve those issues for them in that book.
Fantastic. And so business folks can give this to their clients. Obviously, they can sell it, they can bundle it in with other stuff, but the big goal is making more business happen. Am I right?
Exactly, right. You can use it you can sell the book. Like in my case, I'm selling the book and I had put it together as an entire writing system. So for $97, they can go on my website and click on ebook, and you'll be able to find all the information about what you need to do. It's to buy the system into the system. You can sell your book. You can put your book on landing pages and just bring in more leads and promote it on social media. The good thing in my case, for writing this book, it set up almost the entire process of how I'm going to now run the rest of my business. So I'm no longer working for clients on a retainer basis and doing their marketing. I was typically hired like as a director of marketing. Now I'm working with the masses, and I can work with 100 writers at the same time by putting together, having you buy into this program, and we can work together on a weekly basis and get your books written. So it's really just a fun way to show you how you can bring in new revenues into your business, but also set you up for how you get online and how you become the go-to expert in your industry.
Right. Be the go-to expert. Imagine that feeling of, I got my book done. I have this book that I can share with people. Right. And it's fantastic. So I know there are 2 main options. People can go to robynantone.com. Robynn has an extra N at the end. My name, Jess, doesn't have an E, or it's not Jessie. I said in Scrabble, you'd immediately beat me.
I would beat you in Scrabble if you had to put my name on the board. That's right. It's confusing because Robynn Antone, I almost should buy the Robynn Antone website and have it redirected because it's not spelled the way it sounds. But ROBYNNANTON.com. And so people there's the $97 course, getting it done in 3 days. And then there's a version where people can work with you, an amazing version where people can work with you, but they should just make an appointment. And if they want to make an appointment, just have them reach out to me on my website, and I can help with the ghostwriting process. So if you really want to have a book and it's in your head, I will interview you, I'll get the information, and I will put the book together for you, and it will be written by you, but through me.
And by the way, I mean, I'm not going to go into pricing because who knows, what different people want, but you are very reasonable for helping people go through it. And, what they end up with is something that they can, of course, not only be really, really proud of, but use to get more business.
Exactly. And used to do, and like, that's kind of how, the 2 of us started talking, because of what I do versus what you do. And I think taking a book, if all of your customers came to you and had a book. So if you kind of talk about a little bit about what you do and how this might tie together, I'd love to have you say something.
Yes. And so I help people to get guaranteed publicity and be able to have those logos. So I would say step 1, go get that book done. And step 2, we can combine, and this is how you and I have partnered, combine those logos, ABC, NBC, Fox, CBS, and some of the other ones.
So you would help them promote the book to the publications.
Yes. So we have a guaranteed way of taking an excerpt of the book and placing it on 500 plus websites. So there's awesome. So many things that you can do.
I know. See, right. That's what's so exciting about writing a book. You can finally, like, my parents are always like, what do you do? Now I can hand them something, they can read it. They've never known for 20 years, what do I do? Because marketing is crazy, right?
Every one of us have been in that position.
Right.
Robynn, thank you so much.
This was great. Thank you, Jess. I'm excited.
People should go over to the site, robynantone.com, ROBYNNANTON.com, and either click and make an appointment if you want to speak with the very lovely Robynn and find out how you can even do something customized, or you can go on and you can get the $97 product. 3 days you can get it done.
That's right. No problem. Thanks for interviewing me. It's nice talking to you, Jess.